All right, hello everyone, and we are back again. Request of you keep coming to me, and I have a weakness in the front of exposing the false and telling the truth. So even though I just made a video a few hours ago, I could not really wait to answer a request came to me from one of you. Now, in front of us, we see that this is the Independent from England, and I'm not going to show all newspapers in the world, but you will notice the majority of them, they are condemning what Trump he did. Simply because the whole world media, they are politically correct, and look what they are saying. It's very like in Washington Post, they are saying that Trump, he became the sponsor of Islamophobia, and look how stupid they are. They just said in the same article that the Muslims now, they are going to burn cars, they are going to burn countries, and they are talking about Islamophobia. I mean, if Muslims are nice people, why and we have Islamophobia, and Trump is a sponsor of Islamophobia, so what do you mean they are going to burn, and they are going to kill, are going to kidnap, and they are going to kidnap foreigners, and more stabbing will happen, all of this, and we are Islamophobia? You mean you know what I'm saying? I mean, those people are really dumb and stupid. We are the one who have Islamophobia. We're just saying that Islam is peace, and if Trump he say something Muslim don't like, the Muslim, they will burn the countries, and they will do more beheading. Look here at this article from Independent. Donald Trump says recognizing Jerusalem as a capital of Israel will bring peace. It will do quite the opposite. I want to ask the stupid people who work in the media from the left, can you name for me when the last time the Middle East have peace? Like, do the Middle Eastern have peace before even Trump was born? I mean, are you dumb or dumb? You know what I'm saying? When the last time in the Middle East, I am from the Middle East and I'm an Arab, when the last time we have peace, you idiot? What did Trump have to do with the peace and war? The war about Jerusalem happened long time ago when the Muslims invade Jerusalem, you filthy cowards. Why nobody want to say the truth? Why everybody became politically correct? Even the Pope is politically correct. I mean, what kind of Pope? The Pope, he is politically correct. Why nobody want to say the truth? And let me tell you, me as an Arab, I prefer to live under the Israeli government 1,000,000 times and not to live under Muslim government. And you can ask any Muslim who live there, they will tell you. You have equal rights, you have equal salary, you are a citizen, and even there is many Muslims are member in the parliament. Now show me when the last time a Jewish guy he became a member in the parliament of Muslim countries. Huh? You will see a Muslim saying Allahu Akbar in the middle of the parliament of Israel. What's wrong with people? Now, one of you sent me an article written by Muslims speaking of that Muslims, they defend non-Muslims. Let me see, where is here we go. The Muslims, guys, they protect the Christians and the Jews. I mean, you see how bad we are, we Christian and Jews, we are denying the protection of the Muslims. You filthy liars, we pay money for it. You did not do us a favor. You did not do us a favor. We paid jizya. You are a gang. We paid money for every day we live. And you did not let us live because you are a nice, you Muslims are nice people. No, because we paid money. Because you are greedy and you love money and you are filthy. This is the truth. So look here, under Islamic Sharia law, the Ahlul Dhimma, you know, they have a rights. Okay, what is the rights of the Christians and the Jews? I'm going to read for you today the right on the Christians of the Jews from the most wonderful justice person in the history of Islam. His name is Umar ibn Khattab. Umar ibn Khattab. You can go in the internet and you can search for the Pact of Umar. Now, what is the Pact of Umar, in case you do not know? The Pact of Umar is the conditions Umar he put on the Christians and on the Jews when he attack and invade Jerusalem. You see, they claim that Jerusalem is their land. This is not their land. This is their books. This is their history, and they are the one who copy for us this history. And every letter written there, every Muslims agree about it. In the 7th century is the first time an Arab person entered Jerusalem. Before that, there is no Arab. So this is not an Arabian city. Who was there before the Arab? Who is the one who built Jerusalem? The redneck from Norway? Or the Jews? Why people are coward and liars and filthy and scam? Now let us see what Umar he put as conditions, and we will compare between the conditions of the Muslims on the Christians and the Jews, and the conditions of the Jews today on the Christians and the Muslims in Israel. Muslims, they have mosque in every corner in Israel. Muslim, they can pray in the street in Israel. Muslim, they don't pay jizya in Israel. When the last time a Jewish soldier he raped a Muslim woman? And how many Jewish women the Muslims they raped and they enslaved, and how many people they killed, and how many Jew and Christians they killed? Filthy, disgusting, untruthful people, those who work in the media. But it doesn't matter, we are here to expose you. You can lie as much as you want. Here we provide evidence. Israel never was an occupation. This is the land of Israel. Even the Quran in chapter 5 verse number 21, even the Quran confirmed that this is the holy land which Allah, the scumbag Allah, he assigned to the Jews. And if you do not know how to read Quran, I can read it for you, and I can show you the Muslim translation. We will go back to the Pact of Umar after I show you this. Even you see the whole book of the Quran, the yellow pages of Muhammad never mention the word Palestine. Do you believe it? And never mention the word Palestinian. Do you believe it? And not only that, the Quran says that Allah he punished the Jews for 40 years. They lost their way to Jerusalem because they did not kill those who live there. Do you believe it? This is the Quran in front of you, and this is the Muslim translation. Every scumbag of those names is a liar, but I'm going to use their translation just to get them busted. Allah told Moses, and Allah reminded them what happened. Do you remember when I told Moses, go and enter the Holy Land, which Allah assigned to you? So which land is assigned to the Jews? And who is the one who assigned it? It is the God of the yellow pages. It's called the Quran, the God of the Muhammadan. And then what happened? They said, Moses, we will not go in war. Huh? There is violent people live there. Obviously, those are not the Arab, because there's no Arab at that time. As we showed you, the first time the Arab they entered the city and the land of Israel, it was in the 7th century. So the Jews refused to kill and do jihad. only two men from the whole Jewish nation according to the Quran, and those two, they were fearing men of Allah. Two of them. From the whole nation of Israel, there is only two Jew. They are true Muslims. They agree to do jihad, and they agree to kill whoever lived there. So if whoever lived there is the Palestinian, but those are a true Palestinian, not the scumbag who occupy a land and then they call themselves Palestinian. You see, the Muslims, they occupy Syria, they call themselves Syria. They occupy Egypt, they call themselves Egyptian. They occupy Morocco, they call themselves Moroccan. But they are not Moroccan and they are not Egyptian. Egypt is in Africa, Morocco in Africa, Libya in Africa, Tunis in Africa, and the Arab not from Africa. The Syrian are white, very white. They have a blonde eyes, blonde hair, you know, green eyes, blue. What those have to do with the Arab Bedouin in the desert of Saudi Arabia? So they occupy your land and then they force you to change your language, to change your name, to change your clothes, and they do work hard to what they call it Arabize. I don't know, like, you know, to make you an Arab. This is why you see someone who live in Pakistan but his name is a Muslim name, and you are using Arabic letters. So here we see the story that Allah, he is praising two men only from the whole nation of the Jews. And why he praised them? Read with me why he praised them. Because they wanted to kill every Palestinian. Read with me. But among them there is fearing men were two on whom Allah had bestowed his grace. They said, assault them at the proper gate. What? Allah praising the one who will assault the Palestinian. Allah himself is saying that those two men who say that, they are Allah fearing men. Do you see it? Why the word is the word of hypocrisy, and shame on you. And I want every one of you, after we finish this video, to download this video and share it everywhere. And I am Christian Prince. I am an Arab from the Middle East. I am saying the truth. And you do not need to be a genius to see that even the book of the Muslims, the Muhammadan, is saying here the truth. For sure, the story here is having some lies, but saying the truth that this is the land of the Jews. But look what happened. Allah wanted to kill all the Palestinians. It is Allah who is the one who started the war. Allah is not a Trump. It is not Netanyahu. It is not the Jews. It is Allah. Allah ordered the Jews to go and attack that land before the Arab entered. There's no Arab there. Why nobody speak of that? You see, the Muslims didn't talk about this chapter. They hide it, like they don't even heard of it. And look what happened. Because the nation of Israel refused to go in war and kill who live in that land, Allah, he made the Jews lose their way in the middle of the desert. Allah said, therefore what? Because he told him, my Lord, they don't want to go in war. They don't want to go in war. What I can do? So Moses told Allah, they don't want to go in war. Look what Allah he said. Allah made decision to punish the Jews for not killing the Palestinians. Allah said, therefore will the land be out of their reach for 40 years. And they will lose their way in the desert. Is that Quran or yellow pages? Are you Muslim going to say that this is a weak story? So this is the original of the story according to Islam. So according to Islam, Allah, he got angry from the Jews for not killing Palestinians. And the Jews disobey Allah by not killing the Palestinians. And only two Jews plus Moses, according to Islam, they wanted to kill every Palestinian to obey Allah. As you see, Allah himself is calling those who want to do jihad for the sake of Allah. Among their Allah-fearing men were two on whom Allah had bestowed his grace. Ew. You see, Allah bestowed his grace on them. Why he is saying that? Why Allah praising those two men? Look, they said assault them. Who? The Palestinian, at the proper gate. So what did Trump have to do with this, you idiot? Who is the donkey gave you a pen to write an article? Now we go and we read the Pact of Umar to show you who is really qualified to have Jerusalem. The Muslims, let us say for the sake of argument, the Jews invade Jerusalem, which is not true. This is their land. And the Arab, they invade Jerusalem, and this is true. Even Muslim books saying that. Even Muslim books cannot deny it. You can go right now and search for the Pact of Umar and read it. Now the Muslims, they lie and they say Islam protect non-Muslims. Islam never protect non-Muslims, and we will prove it to you. Islam humiliate non-Muslims in order to strip them from their money and to make them work for them like a cow who give milk for free. Look at the conditions. Let us go down and start. So the first condition, we heard from Abdul Rahman, etc., etc., died, etc., etc., blah, blah, etc., okay, that when Umar ibn Khattab, may God be pleased with him, accorded a peace to the Christian of Syria. Christian of Syria at that time, Syria, what they mean by that is Israel, Jerusalem, Damascus, etc. We wrote to him as the follows: in the name blah 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 blah. Okay, now the condition, the Christian agree, they are forced to agree. Nobody will agree with this. They are forced to agree. We shall not build in our city or in their neighborhood new ministries, churches, convent or monk cells. We will not repair by day or night any of those, which mean if a church is going to collapse, we will not fix it. You see, he is preparing them, like slowly we get rid of them, and in the same time they can generate a lot of money for us. Then we shall keep our gate wide open for press-by and the traveler. Any Muslim can go inside the Christian house and stay for 3 days and 3 nights for free. Imagine. Do you see how much they protect us? You have a house and then somebody knock at your door. Actually, your door should be open, otherwise he will be angry and he will slaughter you, you and your family. And then he will stay in your house for 3 days and 3 nights for free, eating, drinking in your house. We shall not give a shelter in our church or in our dwelling to any spy, nor hide him for the Muslims. We shall not teach the Quran to our children. Do you believe it? Do you see the fear of the Muslims? Guys, do you see the fear of the Muslims? They are putting conditions on the Christians that you on to the children's. Do you know why? Anyone knows why? They put conditions that we should not teach our children's Quran. Well, ask yourself a question. How many Muslims they pray to Allah that Christian prince disappear tomorrow? You know what I mean? And what the Christian prince do? He teach you Quran, don't he? He show you how filthy this religion is. So they want to be sure that the Christians, they will stay ignorant about Islam, so they cannot understand the filth of this cult. So it's forbidden for you to teach your children. Don't use a bad language in my chat, please, otherwise I will block you. I think I blocked the wrong person. Don't use a bad language in my chat, otherwise I will block you. We are not Muslims here. If you are a person who say the F word, leave. So this is the Pact of Umar. The Pact of Umar is the most disgusting. Imagine when the American they enter Iraq, they practice the pact of Umar on the Iraqi. America spent billions of dollars building hospitals and schools in Iraq. This is something nobody report to you. Same in the filthy Afghanistan. If we say to the Muslims, we are going to practice the pact of Umar on you, but in the opposite direction. You will never build a mosque, and you will never fix a mosque, and you cannot pray in front of us, and you cannot pray in the street, and you cannot teach your children the Bible. And not only that, we shall not display our cross or our books in the roads or market of the Muslims. We shall use only clappers in our churches, very softly. We shall not raise our voices when following our dead. We shall not show light of any of the roads of the Muslims in their market. We shall not bury our dead near the Muslims. I mean, you see the justice of Islam? What is left of your rights? Nothing. We shall not take a slave who is being allotted to Muslims. What? We shall not build a house overtopping the house of Muslims, but there's no Muslims in the city. They are already talking about houses of Muslims, but there's zero Muslim in the city. What is left? And not to forget, you have to pay the jizya in order to live. Huh? We shall not engrave Arabic in script in our seals. You can read the rest of it. I mean, you know, read it. Take your time. And not only that, remember, this is just the conditions of Umar, but there's all the Sharia law on the Christians. As an example, if a Muslim murder a Christian, what is the punishment? Anybody knows? What is the punishment of murdering a Christian? If a Muslim he murder a Christian, Muhammad he said clearly, there's no Muslim will be killed for killing, for murdering an unbeliever. In Iran right now, if a Muslim Iranian he kill a Christian or a Jew, the penalty is what is equal to $500. It is less than the price of a cow in Iran. But if a Muslim he kill a Muslim, the Muslim will be killed. If a Christian kill a Muslim, for sure he will be slaughtered immediately. But if a Muslim kill non-Muslim, there is no punishment. The worst scenario, he will pay some money, blood money to the family. That's it. So when they say to you, Islam protect, it's a big fat lie. You know, if you go to Ibn Kathir as an example, let me open Ibn Kathir just to show you the scam of Muhammadan. If we go to Ibn Kathir, let us open the website. Hold on. We go to Quran scam.com. There we go. All right. This is QuranX.com. This is a Muslim website, not my website. So you know, Muslim they will say, "Oh, he is giving you false stories." And this is their famous scholar Ibn Kathir, the scumbag Ibn Kathir. We will go to chapter 9, verse 29, which says that the Christians, in order to live, they have to pay money. You pay, we let you live. It's a gang, it's a mafia. And not only you have to pay money, no. You have to be humiliated. The Muslim have the right to spit on you. Actually, there's a video, I used to have it in my computer, but I need to look for it, about a Muslim explaining how the Christians used to be forced, even when they ride a donkey, they cannot ride a donkey and their face facing the street. They have to face the ass of the donkey. And he was explaining, saying, well, this is a great way to force the Christians and the Jews to convert to Islam. The child, he will ask his father, Dad, why you are sitting in such a funny way like this, facing the ass of the donkey? Have you ever heard more than filthy disgusting mafia like this? This is how they were able to force all those millions to convert to Islam. Read with me. And again, this is not my statement. This is a statement of the Muslim scholars and the Quran. And feel themselves subdued. Who? The Christians and the Jews. This ayah means this will be your competition for the closed market to you feared would result, etc. Okay, okay. So those they have to pay by the jizya, they earned from the people of the book. The Muslim, they are earning our jizya. The Muslims, they are living, their livestock actually is from the Christians. And he continued there. In what benefits you? The money, they will take it from the Christian to benefit the Muslims. And then he said the following: fight against those who don't believe in Allah, blah blah blah, kill them, slaughter them until what? Until they pay the jizya with willing and submission. Feel themselves subdued. The liars, the Muslim, they say to you, don't you pay tax? This is tax. Liar, filthy liar. This is not tax. Let us read together what the jizya mean exactly. And Allah said, until they pay the jizya, if they do not choose to embrace Islam. So this was a penalty. With willing submission, in defeat, in humiliation, وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, and feel themselves subdued, disgraced, humiliated, therefore the Muslims are not allowed to honor the people of the Dhimma or elevate them above the Muslims, for they are miserable, disgraced, humiliated. Muslim recorded from Abu Hurairah that the Prophet said, what the Prophet said, read carefully: don't initiate the salam to the Jews and the Christians, and if you meet any of them in the road, force them to the most narrow alley. So if a Christian, he is walking in the street, and a Muslim, he is coming, or a Jew, the Christian have to jump in the narrowest alley. What is the narrowest alley in these days? It was the sewage. There's open channel for dirty water coming from the houses. Christian is not allowed to walk in the same street, the same road with the filthy Muhammadan. This is the truth, my friend. And now here explaining why Umar ibn Khattab, he was humiliating the Christian. He said, this is why the faithful Umar ibn Khattab, may Allah pleased with him. You see how much pleased with him? Demand his well-known conditions be met by the Christians. These conditions are ensured their continuance of humiliation. Do you see it? Degradation and disgrace. The scholars of the hadith narrated from Abu Abdul Rahman, etc., etc. And he continued here speaking about the pact of Amr, which we spoke already about, how the Muslims, they humiliate the Christians. So be honest with yourself. Those who defend the Muhammadan and they lie and they say that this is their land, shame on you. Shame on you. A shoe of a Jew is better than your face. Guys, if somebody is an idiot, just ignore him. You know, let me ban this idiot. And the one who talk about gays, obviously he is a gay. A filthy Muslim, he speak about gays. Your prophet, he put eyeliner 3 times a day. So the truth is in the front of your eyes, and I did not show you one verse from the Torah, one verse from the Bible, one verse from Trump book. All of this is from Muslim books. Muslim books are witnessing that Islam humiliated the Christians and the Jews, discriminated. A Muslim will not be killed for killing a murder, for a murder. Imagine Even if you are a murderess, even if you murder a Christian or a Jew, don't worry, be happy. You will not be killed. You pay. And not only that, if a Muslim he killed a Christian, not only he will not be killed, he will pay a half of a blood money. Which means, let us say a Muslim he killed a Muslim and the family they accepted to take a blood money. In the case of the Christian, there's no way the Muslim will not be killed anyway. We showed you that in the previous hadith, as you see. How about equal in the blood money? Okay, we cannot seek justice and this guy will be executed for killing our son. So what about the blood money? Even the blood money is half of a human. The blood of a Christian or a Jew is equal to half of a human, because only Muslims are a human according to Islam. Do you see it? It is half of the blood money of a free Muslim. By the way, free Muslim, it's mean a white Muslim, because if you are a black Muslim and you get killed, I mean you are a potato anyway. They hate you. They don't care for the black one. This is why it says a free Muslim, because Muslim, they used to own Muslims. As you remember, Bilal the Ethiopian, Muhammad he died and still Bilal was a slave, and Bilal was a Muslim supposedly. So if Bilal he was killed by other Muslim, he will not have equal right, because it's in front of you. It says this is the half of blood of money of a free Muslim, not any Muslim, the free one. So don't let the liars lie to you. Muslims never protect anyone, and Muslims, nobody want to live in their condition. Actually, even the Muslim today in the year 2017, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, the Muslims are flooding Europe because they are sick of their land. Nobody want to live under Islamic rules. Why the Syrian they run to Europe? Why nobody trying to get a refugee to Saudi Arabia? The only one who could not do it is the one though, like have a children, they have a family, they could not cross the sea, or they don't have money to travel. Otherwise, nobody would like to go to Jordan. Nobody want to go to Saudi Arabia, and they are not welcome. In Jordan, they put all the Syrian inside camps as prisoners, and nobody is allowed to leave the camp. For 5 years, they are prisoners inside the camp. This is how the Muslim they treat Muslims. This is why the Muslim they want to come to your land, because in your land they live like a human. In your land they come as a refugee and then they get citizenship. Those who call themselves Palestinian, they are refugee in many Arabian countries for more than 50 years. Until now they don't have citizenship, and they will never give it to them. In America, you go here 5 years, you apply for citizenship, you apply for a green card. That is the truth, my friend. So don't let people lie to you, and don't let people fool you. I want to stop here so you guys can download the video and keep it as much as I can. So I hope I answered the brother who sent me the question. And if there is any Muslim he have the courage and the knowledge to debate me, let me know. I am the Christian prince, and I am the nightmare of your God, the pimp, the vagina vendor, Muhammad. We know that there is no Allah. We know that this is a fiction, stupid God. We know that this is a pagan God, never exist. And we know who is the true God of Islam. It is Muhammad. If you say the F word, nobody even get upset. But if you say the F word to Muhammad, they will chop you pieces. For they worship Muhammad, not Allah. And I find it very funny that people they are saying the Muslims now will get so angry and they will burn. My friend, their countries are burned. There's nothing left to burn. What is left of Syria? what is left of Yemen, what is left of Egypt, what is left of Iraq, what is left of all the countries, even Iran, which supposedly have no war. Go and see there. They don't have countries to burn. And the filthy ones, the rich ones of them, their money is here. Do you know what happened yesterday? Did you hear about the Saudi prince who bought a paint, and this paint is supposedly a picture of Jesus? Do you know how much he spent for it? $450 million. Let me find the news for you. $450 million. And they say to you, the Palestinians are hungry and the Israeli are not giving them electricity. Huh? 450, not 1 million, not 2 million, $450 million for a picture have nothing to do with Islam anyway. Like if this picture is about Muhammad, I will say, you know what, it's for Muhammad. It's not even for Muhammad. This is the most expensive paint exist ever. He called a day before the auction and he deposit $100 million for the auction. And he, according to the news, if the auction continue to go up to $1 billion, he will buy it. Yet they say to you, let us blame the Jews. Why the Palestinians are poor? Because of the Jews. They don't have electricity, they don't have jobs, they don't work. Go and see what they do. They are scammers. The only one who have jobs in that country is the Christian. Those are the true Palestinian. Muslims are not Palestinian. Or what they do, they refuse to work. They receive what they call it, the United Nations assistant money and coupon for sugar and rice and etc. Free electricity, free education, free books, free for the last 50 years. But they don't work. They just have more babies. When the Islamic countries, even when they have money, what they do with their money? Look, this is what they do. A Saudi prince, he bought the biggest yacht. Emirati prince, he bought the most expensive car made from gold. The other guy, he bought sport team, a theater. I mean, those people, they are obsessed with buying things just to show off. If this guy and I decide to sell this paint, who is going to buy it? Who is the crazy who want to spend $450 million even if you have it? All the stupid people, they spend money on this picture. And actually for me, I see it as just a stupid picture. What does this guy have to do with Jesus? It looked like a woman actually. Dumb, stupid, filthy, and they have no respect for their own fellow citizen. In Saudi Arabia, there's millions of people, they are homeless. Yet there is one prince, he can buy a picture for 450. And actually many of them, they are saying the one who bought it is the crown prince, which means the coming king. He sent another prince to do the auction because he didn't want to put his name there. And that makes sense. This is the truth. And I just shared the truth with you. I want to say thank you for being with us. Don't forget to share my videos, download it, and tell everybody about what we do. And if you like to read my books, you can go to Amazon.com and you can search for Christian Prince, and you will find list of my books in Amazon. And if you like to bring me a Muslim to debate me, to watch a live debate and see how we can expose Islam with no mercy, we don't do anything. We say things as it is. This is why I use the word filthy. This is why I use the word scam. This is why I use all kind of words which is true, for I am a true person. I say things as it is. I don't do sugarcoating. I don't say sir. I don't care. I say it as it is. A person who don't dare to say things as it is not even worth to listen to him, for he's a liar. Thank you, and God bless you, and see you tomorrow. For tomorrow is a Friday at 4:30, every usual, every Friday and Wednesday and Sunday, 4:30 p.m. we meet again in this channel. God bless and see you soon. Bye bye.